wait by the railroad track, won't be no trains coming and going. You can wait, but they won't be back, won't be no trains coming and going. Well, they took apart that band of steel down in the wreckers' yard, and they left me standing here dragging my heels. Times get tough and times get hard. Well, you can wait by the railroad track, won't be no trains coming and going. You can wait, but they won't be back, won't be no trains.
Well guys, I'm on the going for one of our walks again today, and this book is called The People's Road Revisited on the Trail of the Newfoundland Railway by Wade Curley. It's a nice little book. Actually there's two of these books out, and they're about his walk across Newfoundland after the railway was closed. And I was just looking through a piece in this book, and there's one part you've got here that interests me a lot, or has caught me off, I should say, I like a lot, and I'm going to look at it today. And it's this little piece here. It says, on the rocky ledge at sea level lie several boilers from old steam engines dumped on top of one another. The large rusty cylinders were probably discarded by the railway in the 1950s when the diesel engines began to lumber over the narrow gauge line. So this is just up by Salmon Cove Point, Harbour Main area, Holyrood, and I'm going to go up here today and see if we can find this. And who knows, might make a nice little video for you guys to watch. Anyways guys, take it easy. I'll be with you in a bit. Well, we went up to Holyrood and never found any old steam locomotive boilers or anything like that, but we did come across one section of the track that it looks like there might have been a derailment years ago due to lots of old metal and stuff lying around on the ground. And there's one section there, it's probably about, I don't know, 25-30 feet long, that it was nothing but fine, looked like fine coal was on the side of the track as well, up around the trees and whatnot. And looks like maybe a tender might have tipped over there at one point, or maybe they had a couple of hoopers or whatnot full of coal or something like that. I'm not sure. It looked like coal, you know. And the track, it's in pretty good shape. We walked in, I'd say, a good 5 kilometers in the track there today, and we walked in from Holyrood towards Seal Cove. Used to be an old oil refinery there in Holyrood, and the track used to run right alongside of it, and that's the route that we took, of course. And we could see where an opening, a gate was in the fence that the track used to go through there, and used to have tanker cars and whatnot used to go on inside the property there. A friend of mine said there was plenty of tanker cars used to fill up there or empty into the big tanks at one point, but as you know, there's no tracks in Newfoundland anymore and stuff like that. So managed to find a glass insulator. One side of it was broken, but it was probably about 50% intact. And I took a picture of that and a few pictures of the track and stuff like that. And lots of ATV traffic was in there today, which is quite usual now. Found remains of an old brake shoe that used to, of course, used to be brakes for the trains at one point. And you know, seen a few sailboats and a couple things like that. At one point, we seen a pile of spikes. I'd say it's close to 20 odd there, all piled up there. So took a picture of those and whatnot. I found out today that if you're going to go walking any of this track for any large amount of time, you definitely want to have a good pair of hiking boots on you. That's for sure. And like always, we've seen many spikes along the way, and bolts and nuts, and trackage linking stuff and that. And we've found some rail anchors, tie anchors, so the rail would stop moving back and forth and stuff. So they're pretty cool. See, we found a couple of those, and found some wild Newfoundland roses, which is pretty cool. A lot of them around. There's one section of the track that the track was diverted to the right due to a new subdivision being built on top of the track, believe it or not. So that was a bit annoying to come near that, but that's it. I also came across an old cross arm from a telegraph line. There's a couple, there's 3 or 4 wooden posts still in it, and a little mount they had that an insulator would probably fit below was still on the cross arm. The cross arm was pretty rotted out, but there was one wooden post that was still on it for the insulator that a buddy of mine took. It was in pretty good condition, and he had one that he could use with it. Just showing you a few more pictures now where that derailment might have been. As you can see, there's a fair bit of debris on the side of the track, bit of metal and bits and pieces and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I gotta see if there's any more information about that derailment can be found or not. And again, just a few pictures showing the condition of the track. Here, it's pretty good condition. It's up and down a little bit, wave sort of thing from the ATV traffic and stuff, so there's not much you can really do about it. And found a couple old telegraph poles. They've been sawed off, mind you, but that's where the couple little telegraph poles used to be. And at one point, actually found looked like it might have been a pretty good intact tie, still more than 90% buried in the ground. Anyway, that's it for this section. I'll talk to you later, guys. Been a while since I put up a video on the Newfoundland Railway. Just the weather's been so hot here lately. It's just, well, I'm sure you understand. Anyways, I'll talk to you later, guys. There'll be more of these videos coming up soon. All the best.